Good morning, everyone. So I'm doing a little video real quick without my makeup on purpose so you guys can see what is going on with my skin. Like, do you see that on my chin? This has been going on ever since I started juicing. So has it been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks? And I don't know what to do. So I've just been keeping up with my same normal skin routine that I've always done because I never had breakouts doing it that way before. And I am just really hoping this is all just detox stuff because, like, that's really crazy. And I don't want to put any chemicals or anything on my face that I used to get rid of zits. And so I'm just trying to let it, like, run its course. But any suggestions would be great because I'm just kind of going, what the heck? And I've been having, like, some really bad headaches, too. Like, when I would eat not raw, I would get headaches. Like, different foods would give me headaches, and just I suffer from migraines from when I was 14. I would get migraines, and so, like, that's part of the reason why I do raw food, is because when I eat raw food I don't get headaches and I feel really good. But these past couple days I've had a really bad headache, and a lot of it's been centered, like, over on this side. And when I was 15, I was in a really bad accident and had an epidural hematoma and then had a craniotomy. And I'm just wondering, like, maybe this is all part of the detox where, former injuries kind of, like, resurface and then release, I hope, because, like, really my whole head is just kind of like, wow, it doesn't feel so great. So I finished my 8th week of raw, and I'm on I think today's day 58 or 59. I have one more day to complete my today and tomorrow, and then I've done 2 full months completely raw. I'm so excited. And I weighed and measured this morning, and I was down. My weight was exactly the same as last week, and I lost like another 1.5 inches. So it's slow and steady. It just keeps going down. So I'm just enjoying the ride and just being patient. And I will see if I have more to say. I just wondered more about the whole detox stuff, if anyone has any suggestions, because, like, I'm sticking to it, and I'm just hoping that it goes away. The cravings and everything are going good. Like, I'm firm on being raw. It's just, how am I, like, okay, so second month is new things are arising. Like, it's not all I feel great, all of a sudden I feel kind of crappy again. Not that I feel crappy, but I just have this headache and the zits, And so I'm hoping, like, it'll go back to feeling great again. So we'll see. Talk to you later. All right, so I checked my calendar, and today is actually day 69. So, not 69, 59. Yay! And it's been 5 weeks since I was juicing. So, kind of crazy that for that long I've been having these breakouts on my chin. So anyway, I was thinking about what are some things that have kept me going or helped me be successful doing these 59 days straight of fully raw, and what's made it become easier. And a lot of it, what it comes down to, is having the 3 meals. Tanny recommended that you find, a couple of recipes that you really like that can be your go-to meals, and, then slowly incorporate more recipes from there. But that's the truth. Like, when you go around trying a bunch of different recipes, it gets complicated because you need to, make sure you have the different ingredients on hand, and then it takes time and thought process to make a new recipe, and it's kind of labor intensive, and then sometimes it's not satisfying, or you don't feel satiated after, or it doesn't taste good, and then you're left going, okay, great, well, dinner was a flop and now I want something else, and so having a couple of meals where you just really feel full and satisfied, satiated, where it tastes delicious and you're just like, I love eating this way, really truly does help. And so I think it would be helpful if maybe we all, in the comments below, put our 3 or even 1, any of our go-to meals when we're eating raw. And I don't mean the smoothies, because we all have our smoothies, right? I'm talking about dinner, where it's more difficult, where you have to be more creative and where a lot of times a smoothie doesn't cut it and you want something that kind of reminds you more of a dinner, a heartier feel to it, you know? And so my three ones, and you know, things rotate. So like seasonally things change or whatever, but lately, the past probably the past 3 or 4 weeks, these have been my three go-to dinners. So the first one is my raw taco salad. I absolutely love it. It is so good. And I do make my raw taco meat, you could call it. Really, all that it is dehydrated vegetables in a cracker form, and then I crumble it over my taco salad. And I usually just use in that taco meat, I just blend like some red pepper, tomato, carrot, onion, garlic, and maybe a little lemon and maybe a date. And then I throw in my Mexican seasonings, whatever Mexican seasonings you like. I put in chili and cumin, and I think that's it, just chili and cumin. And then I spread out my dehydrators and then I crumble it over my salad, and I just love it. It tastes so good to me. I seriously love it. And my salad, oh, and I don't put meat in my taco, not meat. Of course I don't put meat. I don't put fat in my taco meat because I like to have avocado on my salad. Like avocado is so satisfying to me. And so, but if I didn't have avocado, I would put like walnut in my taco meat, and then it gives you a chunkier type meat, which is really good too. I've done that. But I just, right now, there's avocados have been cheap. I've been getting them for like 50 cents each. And so I've just been loving the avocados. So that is meal number one. Meal number two for me is zoodles. This is so funny because I could not stomach zoodles when I was pregnant, but now I love them. And so on my zoodle days, I just zoodle up a bunch of zucchini, either in my spiralizer or I'll use my Titan Julienne peeler, and I will put them in a bowl and put a lid on it, and then I'll just set them in the dehydrator at 115 until dinner time. And then they soften up and they get some liquid. And if I have time to make the sauce at the same time, I will make a marinara sauce to put over my zoodles, and I will also put that in the dehydrator so it's warm. And usually in my marinara sauce, it's just like lemon, garlic, onion, tomato, sometimes red pepper. And if I have it, I will put in some sun-dried tomatoes because it really makes it a thick sauce, which I really like because the liquid from the zoodles sometimes makes your sauce more runny. And so I like to thicken it up. And if I don't have avocado, I will put hemp seed in my sauce to thicken it up. But if I have avocado, I'd rather like have some avocado chunks on top of my zoodles, and it's very satisfying to me. I will also do chunks of like cherry tomatoes and maybe some red pepper chunks with it, so it's like a chunky existence. You know, I really like that. And then to get my greens, I will either eat some greens on the side or I will pour my zoodle mixture over some greens, and it's so yummy. Love that meal. So that's meal number two. Meal number three for me is similar to zoodles, but it's more like a soupy existence. And so sometimes I'll use zucchini, sometimes I won't. But I will basically just make like my marinara sauce. Like I'll put in the blender lemon, date, garlic, onion, red pepper, some carrots, some tomatoes, sometimes some zucchini. And sometimes I'll put zucchini in my marinara sauce too. So it just depends what I have on hand. And I blend that up. And then I put in the dehydrator and I just let it sit in there until dinner time. And then I will add to it some chunks of cherry tomatoes, red pepper, maybe some green onion, some avocado, and I will eat it like a soup. And I will have some little romaine, things, and I'll just dip it with some leaves and love it. And if I have some raw crackers, even if it's taco meat, I will just, crinkle, is that a word? I'll crumble some crackers on top, and it is so good. I love having that little bit of crunch and the meaty existence of the avocado, and it's warm and it's savory. Oh, and I'll add to both of those, the marinara sauce and the soup, I will add like spices, so like Italian seasoning or oregano, basil, whatever. And those have been my three go-to meals. And you know what I love about these three meals is that they all kind of take like the same ingredients. So grocery shopping, it's really hard for me to go grocery shopping with a family of 9. Like I plan my meals ahead, so I plan dinners for a week. I usually have to go grocery shopping 3 times a week though. It's ridiculous. Like we have 2 fridges too. It's just ridiculous. We eat a lot of food. But so I have to think about, okay, I've got to plan the family meals, and then I've got to plan my husband's lunches and breakfasts to take because he's gone to work, and then heaven forbid when school starts again and I have to do school lunches, but I'm not going to get that far ahead of myself. I'm just going to focus on now. And then I have to think of what I'm eating and what my daughter's eating, because my daughter's doing raw with me, and it is overwhelming, to say the least. And so for me, I know I just need these staples on hand. It just is making it so much easier for me. I know I need to have certain things. Celery. Always have to have celery. Lemons. Having garlic and onion is helpful. Red peppers, tomatoes, and some carrots and some zucchini and some greens and really an avocado. And then I'm good. Like as long as I make sure I have those on hand, I can make something, something that's tasty and delicious. And if I have my dates from Costco, and I always have my frozen greens for my smoothies, and we always have bananas, plus I have over 100 frozen bananas, so like we always have the backup. And then if I can manage some frozen blueberries and frozen, like cherries or pineapple or mango to mix up my smoothies, then I'm like really set, like I can do this. And so I would love to hear what you guys have as your staples. Like what do you do? What are your go-to things? What have you discovered that helps you streamline the whole process so you don't have to like put so much mental energy into it, so you can just do it and it becomes, like the second nature. Like before we switched to raw food, we had our go-to things. Like for me it would be chicken, eggs, protein bars, and cheese, and I didn't have to think about it. If I needed a snack, I would have boiled eggs in the fridge, Now I just want to gag when I think of that. But anyway, so like so it's become habit. And now I know, like, if I'm hungry, okay, where's the celery? Where's the fruit? Where's, like I know what to grab, and I love it. I love it. It's becoming habit. It's becoming second nature. Yay. It's becoming so much easier. But what do you guys do? Like, what are your go-to meals? What are your go-to grocery list items? Your things that, if you have these things on hand, you can make a meal. So let's help each other out and get some commentary going in the comments so that we can get ideas and help each other on this journey. So have a beautiful day and a beautiful week, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.